This is my story. My story about my exchange year, 2018-2019. It all started in New York with all the other exchange students, and whoa, I had a lot of fun. In the beginning of the year, I had another host family, but it didn't work out, so I ended up being with another host family. I experienced my first football game, which was awesome to see. I also went to a Husker game. Everything was red. My family has been so great to me the whole year. They have a boat, so I experienced being on a boat like this. I was impressed about all the beautiful sunsets in America. This wasn't even the best one, but I just had to video it, you know? But there were not only beautiful sunsets, we also had some storms going on. During the homecoming week, we did a lip sync with some of the seniors. It was so much fun. In this time of the year, I got to bond with more people. I got to ride the bus for the first time, which was fun too, but you don't want to do it every time. And some more sunsets. I experienced my first snow, which was already in October. It was really cool. I got to experience a pumpkin patch and it was so cool to see. We also had good weather. I just can't believe this year has flown by like this. Like, future exchange students, you have no idea what is gonna happen to you in a year like this. It's gonna be awesome. You have ups and downs, but it's gonna be awesome. We had a lot of snow again, as you can see in the video. A lot. And it didn't stop, and it didn't stop, and it just kept snowing. But trail rides with my host sister were always fun. Me and my hostess set up the Christmas tree. This is only a part of it because it took a while. I had to redo the horse's shed, so I kinda tried to help with. We went karting and we went to a typical American play hall, which was so cool to see. Me and my host sister had a lot of fun dancing too. It was always like on my bucket list to do such a thing like this, and it was just so much fun. I also played basketball during the winter season, and I really enjoyed it. I wasn't as good as other people, but I at least tried. Of course, we had more snow and sunsets, obviously. Then suddenly I came in the classroom one time and someone said Happy Sinterklaas. It was kind of weird. Then we went on a trip to just look at houses that are full of lights. It was so much fun, but it's kind of weird that you would like do your house like this. It would hurt my eyes in the end of the day for sure. And like, how high would your electricity bill be when you do something like this? But it was really cool to see, that's for sure. And then we had more snow and it was so cold. Like, it got negative 25 degrees Celsius. I wasn't prepared for that, and it just kept snowing again, and it just didn't stop. Like, we had a big worse winter in my opinion. And then our Christmas tree was done. Isn't it so cute? Me and my sister were always together in the car, just jamming on the most terrible music. I went ice skating with another exchange student and my host dad. And yay, what a surprise! More snow. I went skiing for one day too, and it was so much fun. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do something like this. And we got a puppy. So cute. no more four-wheeler rides, but my hands were too cold to video for any longer. I went to Cabela's where they sell guns, and it was just weird to see all those guns laying there. And I went to a lot of basketball games from the boys. They did actually pretty good this year in my opinion. It's so cool to see the team spirits and just with the whole school. It also got really misty in Nebraska sometimes. And we went bowling. Actually, we did a lot of bowling this year because it's not that expensive and it's just fun to do with friends. I went to see the Super Bowl with a couple of friends, and we had some snowstorms too. I was really impressed by seeing those roads like this. And I got Thai ice cream, which was also impressive to see. It was on my bucket list. I got to experience Valentine's Day, which is a big deal in America. I also went to a circus one time, which was on my bucket list too, and it was so cool to see. It's kind of the same as in the Netherlands, but I was still surprised. And more snowstorms. We went to a jazz restaurant, which was really good. And I went to a rodeo. In the beginning, it was a little bit hard to see, but in the end, it's just a thing you want to see when you live in the Midwest or anything like that. Because it's a normal thing over here. And then I went to Chicago to meet my mom. Chicago was literally one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen. Like, I was impressed, and it was just so much fun, and I was so glad to see my mom, and you can see that in the video because I was like crying and so happy, and all the emotions just came out. We went to beautiful places like Wildcat Canyon, and then we meet up with my host family, and they got to experience some boating. And we went to the zoo. For me, it was my first time. The school also has a band, and I was just so impressed by how good those people are. Like, I have like respect for those people. I got to experience prom, which was fun. In spring season, I played soccer, and there was a lot of flooding in Nebraska because of the heavy snowfall and everything. It was terrible. I went pedal boating with my crazy best friend to paint eggs for Easter. I went for walks many times, and this is where I saw my dad and my brothers and my stepmom and my uncle, and I was so happy to see them. It was just so weird to finally be with them again, but I was so glad to see them. We went to the safari park, and I got to show my family the beautiful Nebraska. I've ridden a lot of horses this year, and that's something I'm gonna miss so much. I got to drive for a little bit, which was also fun. We went on a road trip to Las Vegas, and we've seen a lot of states. Colorado, Utah, well, obviously Nebraska, and Nevada and Arizona, and it was just awesome to see. I'm still impressed by the American towns. I just love seeing them. It was gorgeous, and I think Utah is one of the most beautiful states I've seen so far. But Las Vegas was obviously not bad at all. It was so cool, and I'm so glad I got to experience a city like this. We also went to a lake for a little bit, which was fun too. We had good weather, but the water was so cold. And here's the bad girl. I shot a gun. More sunset, yay! And walks, because it's so pretty out there. And then I went with my family to the Ozarks. I got to see some bands and some cool fireworks shows on the lake. And I went to a cave in Silver Dollar City, and it was hard to video because it's so dark, but it was just awesome to see. Like, it was gorgeous, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do something like this. So then was the realization that this was my last week with my host family and my last week in the United States, and it still hurts me. Like, it's been 2 weeks since I'm back, and I miss them, and I just wish I could go back really quick. My year has been awesome. I want to thank everyone that has been involved in my year, and for the future exchange students, do not be afraid to say yes to anything. Like, it will definitely work and help you. Thank you, everyone, and you all will be missed by this Dutchie. I love you.